Hello everybody, just checking from Leaf. Everything is fine. Just a second. Yes, seems fine. Hello again. Thanks for joining and showing interest to the services of Wine Fortune and Fine Wine Investment services. And I would like to start to introduce myself. My name is Ludmila Korobova, and I'm working as a sales manager in Wine Fortune and consultant, and I have WSET 3 certification. So know a little bit about wines as well, not only investments. And I would like to start with information about company. I will show you presentation and start with the introducing Wine Fortune. At first, it was company Levinum, which was a fine wine importer and also offered wine storage services, and all the clients and friends started to ask if it's possible to hold the wines, because sometimes people don't have a place where to store wines, and not good conditions for storage. So the company started to offer, and the first storage was in Estonia, in Tallinn, and closer to it in Keila. And we then started to think how to diversify clients' portfolios and how to scale this business. So because only wine sales and wine storage couldn't offer a lot of possibilities also. So we decided to start first one fund in Estonia, and in 2020 arose idea to make this kind of services to for people, so they could invest not only in physical bottles of wines but also in fund shares. So made the first version of the platform, and in October 2022 the company got a license for the investment fund managing for only one asset, fine wines only. And right now we made like not only this kind of product but also product for the it's called Wine List, where you can invest in the physical wines as well, and for the cheaper price you can buy vouchers for these wines, when in future after 10 or more years they will rise in price, and then you can get dividends, or you can exchange for the wine, which already would be much more expensive. And this is also very good option for wine enthusiasts, because at the moment you don't know what kind of wines you will like in 10 or 20 years. Also very good option when you can take wine and make a present for your friends or business partners. So what is fine wine as an asset class? Usually it's recommended to keep not all of your shares, of course, of your portfolio in wines. It recommends like 20-25% to invest in passive and long-term asset classes, like real estate, gold, art, cars, and wines as well. Why is wines are long-term investment? Because fine wines usually get the drinking window only after 10 and more years. For white wines is less, but reds usually, if we talk about fine wines, then it's about 20 years, sometimes even more. And the investment also is backed by a physical asset with the bottles of fine wines. And how it why it's different from other alternative asset classes. We have Livex platform, which started to show all the data from 2004. I think it's already 20 years of market data analysis, so we can see how the regions and wines are growing and where to invest and what's performances of the asset. Also, very convenient storage asset. Asset is convenient for storage because you can use partners. You can store in your storage if you have all the conditions. So it's not huge and like cars when you need garage or art to keep it. Also, it's a low entry barrier. You can start with the small amounts. Also, in our platform, you can start from €1 and to see how it works, how the money perform. If you don't like, you can stop your investment or invest much more. Also, historically, it's always a natural increase in demand and decrease in supply with time, because some of the wine gets drunk, and also climate shows that with the future we will have much less good wine, probably, unfortunately, but for us it's positive news as well, because with time price for the good wine will rise. What is also wine investment? We buy usually from directly from producers, and we choose best vineyards, best wine class, or we buy from authorized representatives. Like in Bordeaux, you can buy only from not directly, but sometimes you have to buy from the representatives of the producers. Then we hold the wine in excise warehouse. Before we used, as I told, warehouse in Estonia, but now we decided to go and hold the wines in Europe. We are partners with Belgian warehouse, and they also partner with Livex, so we can send very fast, and we don't have to move physically bottles of wines across the Europe, and all the wines are insured. And excise warehouse, this means that you can buy wine and you don't have to pay a VAT, so the next customer will pay, so the VAT is postponed. And then when the time comes, we sell to HoReCa or to wine enthusiasts or resellers who are trading the wine. And what affects the price? Also mentioned before, demand and supply. With the time, demand is usually higher because drinking window approaching, and supply is lower. Even now, when you go to the shop and you want to buy a good bottle of wine, usually the wine is not in its best drinking window. It's young, especially if we talk about Burgundy or Bordeaux, usually it's 22, 21, but we want this wine to be quite old and evolved. And also depends from vintage quality and volume. We usually analyze critics ratings and also about the vintage quality, and we decide what vintage we should buy or what shouldn't. And if we talk about critics, then we look at the best ones and the most famous, and wine portals like Decanter, Wine Searcher, and we take usually from, if we see 100 points scale, then we choose 95 plus. Also, of course, we can buy lower, for example, 90, 93. It depends also if we know that the situation with the field or with the producer will change, and there is some, maybe in future it can rise, and then maybe we can buy wine with a smaller rating, and then because we know that in future it will rise. Also, we choose famous brands and prestige brands, and also we follow critics' evaluations of the vintages, and every 10 years critics put new ratings on the wines. So we also follow this. That's why I told that sometimes we can buy wine with a lower rating, because if the wine vintage is very good, then probably in 10 years it can get a higher rating. Also, drinking window affects the price. That's why we buy en primeurs, which means that the wine is still in the barrel when we buy it, and then after a few years it gets bottled, and this is how you can save on the price of the wine. And of course, when you are buying wine closer to the drinking window, is usually the most expensive. That's why it's better to buy younger vintages. Of course, production and marketing costs affect the price of the wine. That's why also sometimes it's better to choose not so famous producers when the quality of the wine is not as high as the fame of the wine, and that's why you just pay the for marketing and for the some advertisements of this in magazines. Then criteria, because not every wine is wine which is suitable for investments, and not every wine will rise in price. Usually all the wines that we see in supermarkets are mostly for the drinking purposes, not for the investment. This wine should be the high quality wine producer or the vineyard, like Premier Cru or Grand Cru, or it depends from the country and from the field. So we choose usually the only high quality and complex wines for the investment wines. Also ratings from the critics, because usually critics don't evaluate all the wines. They only put marks on the wines which are worth to talk about, not everything. Also, these wines can be checked in Livex or Wine Searcher, and you can see history, and you can compare vintages, and you can see the ratings from most famous critics as well there, and how the wine performed with time, and how the price changed. Everything is available on these platforms. And final decision is made according to the vintage calendar. When the vintage is not very good, when the producer sees that it's better to keep some wines, not to release, especially if we talk about champagne. It's not every year when the wine gets released in the market. So what options we have? First option is very good for wine enthusiasts. For example, if you would like to try complex investment wines, but of course it's quite expensive, and as I told before, you can save money buying young vintage and even en primeur, and you can choose the package which is convenient for you, and the level of the rating as well, and start from 50 euros per month, and you can always stop this investment, and you get for this like vouchers which you can then exchange for the physical wine, or for the you can earn some dividends from the rise in price. And we expect that in future our wines will be like 2-4 times more expensive than now, but seeing all the changes in taxes and all the politics and climate changes, it can be always higher. The second option is wine fund. It's good for wine investor for portfolio diversification. When you don't drink wine, sometimes I hear from people, I don't drink alcohol, but you don't have to. It's just an asset. This is good that you don't have to know anything about wines. We choose portfolio ourselves. We buy wines, we sell wines, and we expect annual growth at least 10%. And you can invest starting from €1. At the moment, shares are even less on the secondary market, so you can save some money, and we start paying dividends starting from 2026, because we expected to start earlier, but we started this wine fund on the rise of the wine prices after COVID, and that's why with the market correction at the moment, it didn't perform as good as we expected, but at the moment I will show you the numbers and on the next slides. But at the moment the market, the decrease stopped, and we expect that it will go up. And it started already in some regions to recover. So the situation is positive, and prognosis as well. And this is a good option to invest like a passive, make a passive investment, and just to forget about this for 5 or 10 years and get the dividends later, or sell the shares on secondary market. So these are the numbers. First, line is from Livex fine wine. It's 1,000 most famous wine names in Livex. Here you can see that they started to record this in January 2004. So right now we are 2005, and here, as I mentioned, the moment when we started Wine Fund, and now it's correction, but the full picture shows that still is rise, because after COVID it was like explosion, and prices went up drastically. So should be starting to go up again. And this is the performance of the fund. This is when we started, on the rise, and right now you can see here that it comes up again, hopefully. And the thing is that Livex is analyzing wines in the same vintage. But we have different vintages, different producers, and that's why our situation is a bit better. And also we usually keep the wines. At the moment we don't sell because our champagnes and Burgundy wines are still very young to sell. So we have like pause on the selling at the moment, and wait when the market will go up. So also with the climate change and everything, so we hope that this is going to be up to 26. We start to pay dividends for our investors. Here you can see how different markets, also different countries perform, like Burgundy, Champagne, Italy, and the picture of the fine wine 1000 in comparison. So same, Burgundy and Champagne started to slow down with the falling, and Italy didn't get so much problems with the decrease in price, especially Super Tuscans and some Barolo producers quite performing quite well, and they are in plus. If you see the line, it goes up still. From my side, I want to thank you for your time and attention, and I will offer you a present from us. I will send you the code after the presentation, and you can use this small amount of money to invest and to try how works our platform. And if you don't like it, then you don't lose anything. But if you like it, then welcome to invest more and try and introduce it to your friends and relatives and whatever. Thank you. At the moment, I will stop making presentation, and hopefully see you again. If you will have any additional questions, please write me and call me. I'm always available. Thank you and bye.